This is my friend Shannon, and he owns a bunch of businesses, but his favorite revenue stream are his Amazon books. Yes, he has ebooks that he's written over the last who knows how many years, and he sells them passively on Amazon. And he makes thousands of dollars a month, completely passively. Yes, it was active to write the books, but today it's passive. And he did this before AI. And of all the things he runs, he told me that his Amazon payments every month just taste the sweetest. So today, we're going to talk about how can you leverage AI tools to write books that you sell on Amazon without having to take possession of a book or ship a book or anything. You just type in some prompts, you publish a book, and you sell it. Not only do we have AI tools, but we have third-party AI tools right now that will tell us what is hot on Amazon. What types of books are people searching for and not finding? What is the random backyard gardening, beehive, holistic, organic, southeastern Montana book that people keep searching for and just not finding? Well, I'm going to show you how to find the demand, how to use some cool tools, and how to start making money with AI books in Amazon. Also, we're going to talk about professional templates, how you can estimate how many sales you'll make every day, week, month, and we'll also talk about some case studies of people that are using AI to make good money on Amazon. Okay, so anytime I try to reverse engineer someone using a specific tool or software, I like to go directly to the homepage of that software to see what they're promoting to people. So let me share my screen. If I go to bookbolt.io, I'm going to see create and upload coloring books, storybooks, and low content books to Amazon in seconds. Okay, so I'm guessing, and this is a big assumption here, that they are pushing on us what people are using BookBolt for the most. And the other assumption is that what people are using BookBolt for are the things most likely to be profitable on BookBolt. So I'm going to look down here on the homepage. They're talking about the studio, know what sells on Amazon, market research. Because if BookBolt Lister was their most used product, then they would have put this at the top. But good websites, and I'm assuming this is a good website, I've heard great things, put the things that people use the most and search for the most at the top to remove the most amount of friction, to get the most amount of people finding what they're looking for. Training calls every month, they've got success stories. Okay, now, while I'm working on this, I want ChatGPT to be working for me. And so I started a deep research prompt that says, find case studies about people who made serious cash publishing coloring books, storybooks, and low content books to Amazon. I just copied this directly from the header right here. Who they are and how they did it. Remove all the spammy, scammy stuff from people merely selling courses. I want tactics. Look on YouTube, Reddit, indie hackers, message boards, Facebook, etc. Anywhere. Let's do solo creators. Are you looking for recent success stories or older stuff if it's solid? The more recent, the better. Any preferences on what kind of low content books? What I listed plus what you can find. Are you only interested in Amazon KDP? Focus mostly on KDP, but also look to Etsy and Gumroad. And then I said, try to find tactics from people specifically using BookBolt.io as well. All right, so that's going to get cranking, but I don't want it to bias me. I want to go do my own research and my own fact finding while deep research cranks for me. Okay, so I have a paid account here. Now, I do know that BookBolt has built their system from the ground up to enable even complete beginners to use it. And I've talked to a lot of people that have used Amazon KDP, which stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and be honest, most of them don't find the success that they're looking for because they don't have the tools that they need. What if you were trying to build a shed in your backyard and all you had was a hammer and some nails and some 2x4s? Well, you really need a power drill, some screws, a chop saw. You need a lot more. If you don't have the right tools, then you're going to say, oh, this isn't successful. I guess people just can't build sheds. I guess sheds just aren't a thing. I guess it's a psyop from the government. No, they just don't have the right tools. We really need sales estimates. We got to see what stuff currently listed on Amazon is selling for, how much they're selling per month. We really need keyword research tools so we could know what to spend our time on before we actually dive way into it. And we also need templates because we're not designers. I'm not a designer. I need a starting point. And from what I understand, BookBolt offers all three of those things and more. So while deep research works for us, let's dive right into their keyword tool to do a little research on what to launch. So it says the more specific and niche your keywords are, the better your search results will be. Try using long tail phrases or combining multiple terms to target a more defined audience. Now I use the phrase long tail a lot, but what does it actually mean? Well, if you look at this right here, this is a distribution curve. This is the head of the curve, and this is the tail, right? And it's long. So in this case, in looking for what types of content to publish, The head of the tail would be like self-help, business, fiction, nonfiction. That's what most people are searching for. The 80% of the 80-20 rule. But this tail here is where all the money is made because the results are unevenly distributed. You really got to put the legwork in to see where is there more demand for a keyword than supply. If you're willing to put a little bit of legwork in, you will get a lot more results out of that legwork. We're not Tony Robbins. We're not Dave Ramsey. We're not trying to beat them. They make 7, 8, 9 figures a year on Amazon because they've been building a brand for decades. We're just trying to make $1,000 a month, 5, 10, 15,000 bucks a month. Okay, now in thinking of keywords to pick, we want to think of things that are familiar to us. Even though we're going to use AI to write most of this, we need to be able to edit it so the book or piece of content reads in a way that just makes sense, that doesn't sound like AI. So what do I know inside and out? Texas barbecue. I know it, I love it, I cook it. So with that in mind, I want to search for Texas barbecue because that is a topic that I know and love and cook with every single week. Texas barbecue search. All right, look at this. Okay, Texas barbecue, 91,000 searches on Google, 96-cent cost per click, low competition. What does that mean? Why does it have so much search volume and low competition? Well, I'm guessing it's because people are looking for restaurants. And paid Google ads is not something that restaurants usually use to advertise. They're usually paying Google Maps or Apple Maps or Yelp or other products outside of Google ads to rank. This creates a little arbitrage opportunity because the same person searching for a Texas barbecue restaurant might likely be searching for a Texas barbecue book or instructions or a blog. And so we can hijack all that search traffic that other brands aren't paying for and send users to a different place that's still relevant to them. Now, if we look on the Amazon side of things and click on the more details pie chart here, we can see that it has an A competition score, which means other people aren't competing on this term, but it has a 1 estimated monthly sales volume, which clearly is not great. So let's go less niche on this and just search barbecue. All right, looking a lot better. Has about 25 times the search volume. Let's click on more details. 149 monthly sales volume, competition score F. So it's very competitive. And on the Google side of things, it's very competitive as well. All right, now one of the favorite tools I like to use on this is right at the very top. Once again, go with what the system is telling you to do. Product search. This is just the homepage of the product search tab. This is 1000% designed by AI. Spooky cutie, cute and comfy coloring book. $10. It was published a little over a year ago. BSR stands for Book Sales Ranking. That's how well this book is selling in its specific category. And right here, it shows you that it's ranked 30th right now, and it used to be 47. It's come up 17 spots. 865 estimated sales, which means this book has made almost $10,000. This book, very similar, same seller, same price, similar amount of sales. Now, what is a low content book? It's stuff like this. Coloring book. Dad, I want to hear your story. This is basically a journal for someone to gift to their dad so that they can write down their stories. Coco Wayo, stress relief, another 10 grand from this book, all AI generated. And here's the thing, guys, stop overthinking the fact that it's AI generated. If we're solving a problem that people have, if we're fulfilling a need that they're searching for on the internet, then even if they know it's AI, they don't care because you're selling them something that they're looking for. Imagine logging into ChatGPT and saying, what is the capital of Florida? And then it spits out the answer, Tallahassee. And it's like, oh, of course. Yeah, you're Chat. Like, no. Yes, it's AI generated, but it's also right. It's also the answer you were looking for because it's accurate. Speaking of ChatGPT generated answers, I'm about to read my deep research generated answer, even though it's from ChatGPT because it's what I'm looking for. So, coloring and low content books. Chris Raydog's $16,000 coloring book win. A YouTuber who earned over $15,000 from a single coloring book. He credits using high demand niches, using smart advertising, creating quality content, spotting trends, yada, yada, yada. One low content notebook analyzed by publisher Kristen Walters sold 28,000 copies in a single month. A funny gag journal or a trendy theme and benefited from high demand. Such success isn't average, but proves a solo creator can strike gold with the right idea at the right time. This is called an asymmetric bet. You pay $20 a month for software. Use that software to research trends. Use AI, another $20 a month software, to generate some low content books. Publish them on Amazon. You'll either win or you'll learn. and use those same skills in whatever else you launch next. Maybe it's another book that does even better, or worse, maybe it's another business entirely. This book had therapeutic prompts. It was priced at $12 and it sold over 1 million copies, earning millions of revenue, earning about $12 million in revenue. Word search puzzle book with only 22 reviews pulls in over $11,000 a month at a $9.99 price point. Coloring books remain one of the most lucrative niches on KDP. Some self-publishers have scaled to $100,000 per year through multiple coloring book titles. La Cara Sarah, a content creator, turned 2 books into $500,000 per month business. Spanish language learning books, Spanish in 60 days and Spanish for real. So you could look at this and say, oh, Duolingo, oh, Rosetta Stone, oh, ChatGPT, oh, the new AirPods automatically translate. People don't need to learn new languages anymore, especially they don't need to learn them through books. Like, what is this, 1984? Stop. It's still there. For the same reason that physical paper books didn't go out of business when the Kindle was invented. We still want books. All right, this is incredible. There's a ton of case studies. I don't even have time to read them all. Mom, I want to hear your story. Okay, similar to the dad book. Preschool activity book. I think you should go all in on homeschool books. Look, things I need to write down because I'm old and I forget stuff. This is just a journal, and the only differentiator is a funny title. So let's do this. Screenshot the title, back to ChatGPT. Give me 10 more journal ideas with funny titles like these. What's stopping you from selling journals that are just a bunch of blank pages, as most journals are, that just have funny titles, and seeing which one hits? What's stopping you from publishing all 10 of the ideas and seeing which one hits? Then once you find a winner, then you can put Amazon ads behind it. All right, let's get a little granular on the filtering here. I want to find titles that do not have a high BSR, sales ranking, because this is going to be more realistic for us. So 100 to 1,000, price between $10 and $30, sales between 100 and 5,000. Okay, this book is made about 10,000 bucks. Okay, guys, first of all, I'm an idiot. These sales numbers, this is a monthly number, okay? Of course, they haven't had 646 all-time sales and 17,000 ratings. This book's been around for over 6 years, and if they have 17,000 ratings, then they've sold several times more than that in number of books, because only a small single-digit percentage of people actually leave a rating. So let's say it sold 100,000 books. They probably sold the bulk of them in the first year or so, and it's slowed down since then. That means that this book has made over $1 million. If only 1 in 6 people left a rating for it. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Here are 10 funny, relatable journal title ideas in the same tone as your example. I had a thought once, better write it down. Stuff I swear I told someone already. Plans all yada, yada, yada. You can see what those are. Password hints that will make 0 sense later. World-changing thoughts I'll never act on. What is stopping you from selling a journal like this? If this person could do it and their only differentiator is a cute title, then why can't you? Go back to the keyword tool. Let's search for journal. 2.6 million searches. Click the pie chart. High competition. Tea journal, tea tasting journal. 10,000 searches a month for a tea tasting journal. Fibromyalgia journal symptom tracking journal. 1,500 searches a month. Tell me your idea is too niche. I dare you. RV journal hardcover spiral journal. 10,000. Guys, what are we talking about here? Competition score A. Why aren't you selling an RV journal hardcover spiral journal? So here's what's cool. Take this, click on the A, keyword search. It opens this page right here, and it tells you all the keywords that people are using to find this. Let's click on movers and shakers. 2026 calendar, 2026 graduation guest book. These are all low content book ideas. Food, word search puzzle, yada, yada, yada. Look at these charts here. When you click on evergreens, you can see things that are trending right now. You can see exactly what their sales volumes are. Okay, I'm here in the Book Bolt studio, and this is where all the magic happens. I'm creating a paperback journal called Conversations I Rehearse in the Shower. 6x9, black and white interior with white paper, 100 pages, cool. Now keep in mind the studio formats everything in the right way for Amazon KDP, so you don't have to do all this work twice. While this loads, I'll just give you some tips for this. The reason that people fail at this endeavor is because they're picking niches that are oversaturated, or they're not doing any keyword research whatsoever. They're using generic designs that nobody's asking for. They don't actually know what's selling versus what isn't. Just because you think your idea is good doesn't mean that the market does. And you got to customize your templates. Don't just give what the software spits out to you. You got to make it different, cute, unique, etc. That's why doing all this research beforehand is so invaluable. This idea is awesome for working parents, single moms, side hustler looking for income. But if you're looking to get rich quick, you hate doing research, you don't like the process, you won't stick with it past the first attempt because, newsflash, your first book probably won't be that good. Your first book is mostly for learning. This is not a get rich quick scheme, and it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. So let's say you make a planner or a journal that sells 10 copies a day. You make $3 in royalties per copy. That's $30 a day, $1,000 a month. Do that 10 times. Now, granted, you might have to do that 20 or 30 times to find 10 winners that are as good, if not better, than the first one. But if you do, then that's 10 grand a month. You got to put work in on the front end, but after that, it's quite passive. There's no customer support. There's nothing to ship, package, returns tracking, etc. If you do this for 3, 6, 12 plus months consistently, you will earn real income. Start by trying this for 30 days. Start by testing one product just to see how it works. Then you can test a coloring book, a planner, a calendar, a graduation party guest list book, etc. Start testing all those things. You're going to learn very fast.